We are suicidefantasyfootball.com, and today we're here to tell you who we are and what we're about.
As you're making your decision for what football league you're going to play this year, Suicide Fantasy Football should be your number one choice.
Here's why. We combine the one-and-done aspect of a suicide pool with traditional fantasy football. So unlike normal leagues where you pick a team and you keep them for the entire season, in our league, each week you got to go back in, prove you know matchups better than anyone else that you're playing against, and put in a new lineup of a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, tight end, kicker, special teams, and defense each week.
So if you're a beginner and you don't really know a lot about fantasy football, Suicide is really a good option for you. It lists everybody from 1 through 40 at their position, who's played against who, what their production's been against that team, what the rest of their season's going to be like.
Whether
so you
they're
really
injured
don't need
or not.
to study too much to pick a leg.
Yeah, whether you're an expert or a first-time player, Suicide Fantasy Football is a really cool option for you. One of the things people love about it is there's no draft. If you're a beginner, you don't have to commit to going and buying a magazine, studying for 8 hours, and sitting in a smoke-filled room while experts that have been playing forever are picking people that you're then on the clock. Now, if you're an expert at the same time, yeah, there's no draft, but it's
a
like
draft every week.
Every week you get to go in and draft a new team. So what's awesome about it for experts is what's awesome about it for beginners.
My favorite thing about fantasy football and fantasy sports in general is trash talk. For you, I mean, once the draft is over in traditional fantasy football, there's really not much to trash talk about it except for what a good draft you had 8 weeks ago, or wow, I made that great waiver wire pick.
And even when you do that, there's so much luck that's involved in it.
Sure.
There's not much luck with Suicide Fantasy.
Every week you can go on the message board, talk to your friends, and say, that's right, once again, the team I picked scored more points than you. That's because I'm smarter and I'm better.
Now, this isn't a head-to-head weekly matchup league. It's cumulative total points throughout the NFL season. So a bad week doesn't kill you. You can't have the second worst lineup or score in your league and still win.
Absolutely. And you know what else, too? You can be the 4th best team every week and still win the championship because there's going to be ups and downs. It's about consistency. It's about every week picking teams and looking throughout the whole schedule and trying to figure out, do I want to play Brady this week? What's he doing in 5 weeks? Do I play him? No way. He's playing against Pittsburgh. Don't want to play him. He's got a tough defense. Do what I just said on the previous video. Look to play against Carolina, against Jacksonville, whoever you can't stand, whoever's defense you think is weak. There are so many strategies to Suicide Fantasy Football.
So that's our game. That's what we do. Tell us what you think, what you like about our league, what you don't like about our league. Comment on Facebook. We're on there all the time. Also, send us email. Jim at suicidefantasysports.com. Eric at suicidefantasysports.com. Twitter, we're SFFcom. Or tell us what you think on Blog Talk Radio, Wednesday night, 7:30 to 8:30.
Fantasy Football Overload. Check out all our videos on our YouTube channel, Suicide Fantasy Sports. Comment down below. Let us know what you think. And for the guy who called me a big fat tub, I'm
You're right.